I was asked by, I felt very honored to be asked by Arabella to write a violin concerto for her. And I thought, Beethoven, Brahms, what am I going to do? I can't possibly do this. Because I really believe that unless you have something ever so slight to add to the amazing music that's out there in that repertoire, why bother? The first idea came from after a few weeks after visualizing Arabella's playing, and thinking Arabella has got something angelic in her playing, and I started thinking of angels and of, as Arabella said, spiritual ideas have always been very important to me, and so that came in there, and then darker ideas came in, but that's where it started from, and certainly I hope that in the final product there is angelic music as well as other things, and that there is real beauty and reaching for something higher than the everyday.
I mean, music is all about it, it's not about technical effects and virtuosity. Of course, it's a part of it, but at the end, it's always about to reach the people, no matter if they understand anything about music or not. It's more if you reach their heart, then this is what music is about.
There's a real virtuosity to it that I didn't have, and that I've actually never really done before, and I loved doing that, and I loved working with Arabella on it, and workshopping ideas.
Yeah, we have been working like almost every second week, actually. Quite a few times since December. So this is amazing what is possible today. We are so far apart, and I was always thinking, oh God, hopefully I play it like who like it, and but yeah, and it's so you have so much freedom because there's it's just our piece, There's no rules of anybody who played it before.
Any work of art or any work of music worth its salt has to have integrity to it. It has to have its own logic and its own truth, so that it comes from the heart. And that's really important. There may be lots of difficult things in there, but I hope that there's also plenty of beauty in there. And I've certainly, for Arabella's wonderful sound, I've certainly written a lot of passages that I think will make that tone shine.
There are many moments where, after all this aggression and, where you can really let out everything, all the emotions, then all of a sudden there's complete quietness and loneliness, which there's such a contrast in this whole concerto. I have the feeling when I play it, it shows or it brings out every side which I have in myself, which is so interesting because we don't really know each other, or didn't really know each other before, but still I have the feeling this concerto is really written for me.
There is, of course, the beauty of the starry night sky, and I hope people will hear the little individual dots that sort of symbolize stars and the loneliness out there, sort of an existential loneliness. I hope when people hear it, they might agree. It's full of wild, more contemporary sounds as well. There is an electric guitar in the piece, that wails along sometimes. It's full of contrast. And there's a spiritual fragility, I think, that is hopefully going to speak and touch listeners.